All right. We are live. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. Hey, Crystal. Um, all right, guys. So, just getting my tech. I had tech issues, of course. Did y'all know that if you clear your hey, did you know that if you clear your caching, so like I just did, it erased all my settings on StreamYard and everything. But anyway, I'm here. So that's what took me so long to get set up. Anywho, so today I'm talking about how to show up in your business daily. So please feel free to drop your questions, your comments in the chat. We can discuss them live, or if you're watching the replay, let me know by hitting hashtag replay. And then I will know what crew you're part of. You part of the live crew or you part of the replay crew. But anywho, this topic has come up for me over the last like week and a half. Hopefully you can still hear me. Crystal, can you still hear me? I know every time I get a call, it like messes up the live. Can you hear me? Yes, no. I might have to restart. Can you hear me? Hey, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. Did I lose you guys? Let me know if you can hear me. Can't hear me? Okay. I think it's an iPhone glitch. Hold on. Going to restart. Give me 1 second. All right. How about now? Can you guys hear me? Hey, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yes, no? Okay, perfect. All right, we're good to go. Okay, so what I was saying was, let me know if you're a part of the live crew or the replay crew. Sorry I had to restart the live, y'all. I got a call. So for some reason, iPhone doesn't like it when you get a call in the middle of your live. It won't let you keep going. Anywho, um, this topic has come up for me over the last week and a half, and so I thought I would share with you guys what it really means to show up in your business daily. It has nothing to do with posting on social media, and everything to do with rolling up your sleeves and doing the work. So it all starts with your mindset and how you view your business. Is your business a business or is it a hobby? Um, it's something that you don't care. Like if you don't care whether or not you see results, you're not worried about it being, you're not worried about whether or not you really get clients. You're not worried about the business period, right? Right? Are you really going to do whatever it takes to be successful? This may seem simple, but this is honestly the hardest thing to instill in yourself and other people is the ability to train your mind for success and to stay driven. So it's a no-brainer for people, and well, I should say it's not a no-brainer for people, right? And if you're a person that's quick to throw in the towel, throw your hands up, and be on to the next thing, you're going to find it very difficult to succeed at any business. So this is the truth. Don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger, right? The next thing is you have to be willing to do the work. Someone can give you all the tools, all the strategies, all the hacks, all the tips, all the methods. But if you don't implement them, you'll just be spinning your wheels. After working with clients and listening to different people just talk about their business, their experiences in business, a lot of their perceived failures, a lot of the perceived failures is that they come from a lack of implementation, really. Meaning someone gave you the tools, someone offered to share their knowledge or did share their knowledge, and you just failed to take the next step. I can give you all the tools to build out your signature program, right? I can help you get clients within the next 30 days. But if you don't implement because it's too hard or you don't want to do it because you think you're not going to see results, you just choose not to implement, you are staying within your place of comfort, which leads me to my next tip. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable. If you want to be a coach, a consultant, a course creator, or really an entrepreneur of any kind, you have to be ready and willing to get uncomfortable and honestly stay uncomfortable. Why? Because beyond your comfort zone, beyond your little cave, beyond your place, right? Beyond the place that you find yourself in right now lies growth. And it's just on the other side of your comfort zone. You will be pushed, you will be tested. The only question you have to ask yourself is, are you ready for it? Next, you have to be willing to fail. Fail multiple times in order to even see your first success. I can't tell you how many failures I've had over the years. Countless. So many. Too many to count, right? I've had so many failures over the years. And people don't see that. A lot of people don't get to necessarily see all those things. But I can be transparent and say, yes, I failed. I've tried things, they've completely flopped, right? But because you think that there's such a thing as an overnight success, right? It's kind of like what you see on social media makes you perceive that everybody's doing well, right? There's no get rich quick. There are no shortcuts. There's only hard work. If you think that there is, I hate to break it to you, but you're sadly mistaken, right? If you don't take the next step in your business because you're afraid of failing, you will stay right where you are. There's no way around it because you won't take the necessary steps in your business for it to grow. And that's the honest truth. Let me know in the comments if what I'm saying is resonating with you, if you understand what I'm saying. So, what does all this mean? All this really means is that you need to show up in your business daily. And in order to do that, you have to show up for yourself first. How are you going to show up for your clients if you can't show up for yourself? If you don't have the right mindset and believe that you can be successful, I'll repeat that. If you don't have the right mindset and you cannot believe that you can be successful, if you treat your business like a hobby over a business, right? It's just something to do. It looks cool. That is not the right reason to be in business. I hate to break it to you. If you aren't willing to put the work in because it seems too difficult or you're not willing to implement what you've learned and or ask for help, right? Our pride gets in the way sometimes. We don't want to ask for help. If you're not willing to do those things, I hate to break it to you, it's going to be a really hard road. You're not willing to move out of your comfort zone. You're not willing to fail to see success. The most successful entrepreneurs, millionaires, billionaires, they will tell you they failed countless times, hundreds of times. People have been doing it for like years, decades, thousands of times. They failed. Did you know that at Amazon they actually celebrate their failures? It's company culture. I study big brands, right? That's what I do. I help people build their brands. I study big brands. They take time out of their day. Listen to this. You can go Google it. I'm not making it up. They actually take time out of their day. They bring the whole company together or the division. They're launching a new product. They'll bring the whole company together. And if the product fails, they will applaud, they will stand up, they will celebrate their failures. And then they'll go over what they learned. Amazon's not afraid to fail. And I mean, according to me and a lot of people that I'm around, everything comes from Amazon. So if a company like Amazon is not afraid to fail and they in fact celebrate their failures, but then they also take what they learned and they come back with something new, something better, something different, right? That has to be said. Why can't we as small businesses, as coaches, course consultants, and course creators do the same thing? Take your failures in stride. Know that a success is on the horizon, but what did you learn from that? Failure is the greatest teacher, honestly. Then all this together, think about this, because if you're not willing to do this, you won't be showing up for yourself or your business daily. So let me know in the comments if this is making sense. Let me know if I'm making sense. Let me know if you've had difficulties in the past and you're working on it now. I know I have. I can raise my hand and say that I'm constantly working on this and constantly working to maintain um, maintain that positive mindset. As a coach, I only work with people that are ready and willing to show up for themselves and their business daily. They are ready to do the work. They're done with the excuses. They're ready to see real success. This is the reason why I have an application, honestly, for my Brand Builder Blueprint program. Because when you're working on your signature program, when you're working on creating your high ticket offer and then creating the rest of your product suite so that you can have a steady stream of clients, consistent income, and being in that empowered CEO position instead of on an income roller coaster and launching, and then trying to make it to the next launch, you have to be ready and willing to do the work. So if you're interested in learning more about my Brand Builder Blueprint program, to create your signature program, you learn how to craft language to attracting your ideal clients, nurture those clients at every level, build your brand community, and create products that serve and really provide transformation at all levels. You can click the link on my bio if you're on Instagram, or if you're on Facebook, you can visit slayhardeveryday.co, or there's a link in the description of the live that'll take you to the wait list for the program. But I hope to see every one of you see success in your business and to show up for yourself so that you can show up for your business daily. But let me know if you're watching the replay, you're watching this live. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section or DM. Oh, we have a question. Hold on, we have a question on Facebook. Hold on. How do you get comfortable failing? So the question is, how do you get comfortable failing? Fear keeps me stuck in my comfort zone. So how do you get comfortable failing? I think you got to think about this from a mindset perspective and look at things like in real life or in perspective of your life as a whole. That's kind of how I look at things. Think about the things that you have failed at and think about the things that you have succeeded at. So think about the things that you've learned over time and that process, right? Being in business and implementing your program, working with clients, creating a course, all of those things, learning how to do that is a process, right? You have to go through the process in order to be able to master that particular skill. Think about when you learn how to ride a bike. That's an easy analogy, right? I don't know about you, but like I fell. I fell a few times, right? Before I actually was able to ride my bike without training wheels. Because training wheels are easy, right? Training wheels is like that'll help you along. But when you take the training wheels off and you gotta ride without the training wheels, you gotta learn, right? You gotta learn to balance and keep going. And you fall a lot of times, a few times before you actually learn that skill set, can master it, and you can do it in your sleep, right? Think about other things that you may have learned. Think about learning how to read, right? Most of us, like, it was a whole process learning how to read. We learned our letters, then we put short words together, then sentences, paragraphs, and then we graduated to books, right? But I'm sure that you didn't recognize some letters at first. It was wrong, like things were wrong that you were saying, you were pronouncing things incorrectly, right? But that didn't stop you from learning how to read. And think about all the great things that happened because of that. So a lot of times, in order to get past our fear of failing, we have to look and know what's on the other side, right? Believe that it's possible, right? You have examples of success. You're like, this is what's possible for me. I just have to get to the other side. I just have to learn this particular skill that gets me to the other side. A lot of times I don't look at things like, I have to learn this whole big thing. Like, have to learn this whole big thing about running a business. I just look at what's the next step for me. If I can get to the next step, then I know that then I know that I, in particular, will be able to do the next thing, right? A lot of times when we look at things like the whole big picture, we really get afraid because it's like, dang, how am I going to really accomplish all of this? And then, don't let there be like a time frame on something. Then it's even more pressure, right? It's even more pressure to be able to get to the next step or see that level of success. And a lot of times we self-impose time frames on ourselves to reach goals, right? We set this impossible goal for ourselves and we don't even think about all the steps that are needed to be able to get from point A to point B, right? A lot of times what we have to do, think about the steps we have to achieve, and every step that you complete successfully is a success. You just didn't get to point B yet, but maybe well maybe it should be Z, A to Z, so we have some more letters in there, right? So like you didn't get to point Z yet, but maybe you're at point D. You have seen success, you've moved forward in your journey. And that's really what keeps me from getting out of my comfort zone, right? I know what is possible. I've seen like I know what level I want to be at. I know that it's possible for me. I'm confident in my skill set. I'm confident in what I have to offer. I think that's where it all starts. It's like, are you confident in what you have to offer? Are you confident that your business is going to make an impact that's going to change lives? Are you confident that your coaching, consulting, or course program is actually going to do what it says it's going to do? If you're confident in that and you know that you can provide transformation, if you know that you can help people, what's stopping you? Did someone tell you that, like, think about it, like, did someone tell you this isn't gonna work or this doesn't work or I know this doesn't work, or are you telling yourself that? A lot of times it's us telling ourselves that, you know? So I just you got to stop telling yourself that you're not worthy. Stop telling yourself that you're not going to be able to make it. Stop telling yourself that you're not going to be able to coach people, that you're not a great consultant. Like, step out of step out of your own shadow, right? Not anybody else's shadow, but your own shadow. We have another question. It says, if you're not afraid of failing, but you have the knowledge to start and you still let fear stop you, how can I work that out? Please, I want to get out of my comfort zone this year. Okay. So I can't see who you are because, if you don't allow StreamYard access, I can't see your name, but I'll definitely come back in the group after this live and respond a little bit more in depth to you individually as well. But yes, okay, you said that helps taking the next step. Yes. So like what I said before, if you're looking at this huge goal that you have and you are, you're not sure about if you're going to be able to make it to the end, break that goal up into achievable steps. So like what I like to call milestones. Hey, Monique. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Break that goal up into milestones. Same thing that I do the same thing in my business, right? I do the same thing when I work with clients. Like when I'm like working with clients and I look and I see like where they are in their business versus where they want to be, how can I get them to that point? They have a long way to go. That's true. They are starting from point A. I got to get them to point Z, right? But I'm not going to just throw the whole thing at them. It's like, okay, here's what we got to do first. Once you get that done, here's what we got to do second, right? Because things can be overwhelming if you're trying to take everything in, right? Wrap your hands around the whole elephant, right? It's kind of impossible. But over time, you can take bite-sized chunks, right? That's kind of how business works, right? You're not going to see, like I said before, overnight success, get rich quick. That is not a thing. I mean, sure, you can win the lottery. More power to you. If you win the lottery, congratulations, sis, because that's amazing. That's great. But like for those of us who really want to see that success in our business in 2022 and beyond, we are really going to have to move past our comfort zone. We're going to have to step out even when we're afraid. Do it afraid, right? Take that next step. Because if not, you're going to stay right where you are right now. If that's where you want to be, that's where you want to be, right? I can never tell someone if like where they are right now was where they want to be and where they want to stay. That is definitely your choice. The choice is always up to you. But if you would like to move forward and really see some strides in your business, you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to do what you've not done before, right? Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. If it's not working, you're going to have to change something up, right? When I talked about celebrating your failures, it's not just, okay, I failed, but it's like, I failed and what did I learn from that? What can I do different? What can I do better? What part about this did not work so that I can take that back in, tweak it, and put it back out there. So if you're having trouble in your coaching program, your consulting business, you're having trouble selling your course, having trouble with all of these different things, right? Are you doing the same thing over and over and over? Or have you taken what you've learned from those failures and doing something different from them, right? Because that's how you truly show up for yourself in your business daily, right? That is how you truly show up for yourself in your business daily. Not by just putting your head down to the grindstone, continuing to do the same thing over and over and over, right? You might look for some solutions, but then you don't actually implement anything from the solutions that you've been presented with. You just continue to do the same thing, blinders on. You're going to stay. That's your lane. You're going to really stay in it, right? Or are you going to try and move past where you want to be, right? If we think about it in a race and we're in our lane, and I don't run, y'all, so please forgive me if the terminology is off. If I have any like people that do track that are watching this, I'm so sorry. But but if you're in the relay race and you get to like the quarter-mile marker, I think that's something that might be something, I don't know. Get to the quarter-mile marker, but that's all you are able to accomplish, right? And you want to go that half mile, but you're out of breath. So you just go back to the beginning and and all you can make it to is the quarter mile. It's like you got to do something different to be able to make it to that half mile marker, right? Or make the full mile. What are you going to do differently so that you can go further, faster? Or are you just going to stay where you are? You're just going to keep running back and forth. So hopefully, guys, that's been helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Drop your questions in the comment section. Feel free to always DM me, whether you're watching this live or you're watching the replay. Let me know if you're watching. Let me know who you are. Let me know if you're watching the live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, so I know who's in which crew. I'll definitely respond to your comments. Feel free to DM me if you're shy. You don't want to put your comments in the chat. You can definitely DM me if you're on Facebook at I Simply She or at Crystal Vernay for me personally. And if you're watching me on Instagram, it's at I_simply_she. Yes, we got some live folks in the building. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So yes, guys, if you are interested in learning more about my brand builder blueprint, you can click the link in the description of this live, fill out the application for the wait list. And if you're on Instagram, click the link in my bio. It's the first link, brand builder blueprint wait list application. So guys, that's it. Hopefully you all have found this helpful. Sorry to my IG peeps about having to restart the live. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to have to Google it and see why, if I get a call, it doesn't let my folks hear the audio anymore. Don't know what that's about, but I'll figure it out. All right. Thank you, guys. I will talk to you guys later this week. And remember, you too can conquer if you slay hard every day. Take care.